Hey there, welcome back to Adventure 30. Today we're going to do a quick oil change on my 2019 KTM XCF dirt bike here. It's time for an oil change, so I'm going to show you really quick how to do it. Alright, for starters, I went to my local KTM dealer and grabbed this handy oil change kit. Otherwise you can find the parts individually, but when I went to my dealer, this is what they gave me. It came with the oil, the crush washer, and the filter. For supplies, I just need this kit, a T30, a 13mm socket, and a 13mm wrench. Now to get started, you're just going to take this bolt out using the 13mm socket. And there's one on the back side here as well. Don't judge the color of my oil. I tipped it over in the water. Now the drain plug has a magnet on it, so just kind of inspect it to make sure there's no magnetic bits that are concerning, and then you'll just wipe it off. This is a trick that I learned on YouTube. You just use a piece of tin foil, wrap it around your frame, and then you can kind of like route the oil where you want it to go. This tip is like genius. So use the 13mm socket again to take out this screen. So it'll be like a smaller drip coming out of this side. Just use a pair of pliers, pull it out, and then you'll just want to wash that off really well before you put it back in. So just set this aside. You will be reusing this piece. Now we're just going to move the tinfoil up to the top side where the filter is, just so we can control the drips once again and route them towards the drain pan where you want it to go. This is where you use the T30 bits to pull off the oil filter cover. Then you'll want to pull the oil filter out. I just used like a pick and kind of like grabbed at it to pull it out. You might notice the sweet milky color of my oil. I tipped it over. I tipped it over in the water when we were out riding this weekend, so we're going to flush it out with some of the oil that we had left over for the TRX because we sold it. We don't need the oil, so we're just going to run it for a second, drain it, and then I'll do the actual oil change. So don't roast me for the color of my oil. Alright, so we ran it with the other oil, and now we're going to drain it and do the actual rest of the oil change. Alright. Alright. So I just kind of pre-oiled the end there. We'll just pop it back in. Use this O-ring, but you want to inspect that O-ring before you reinstall. This bike doesn't really have that many hours on it, so I'm just going to reuse it. The screen back in. Tell in, make sure that you clean this up, inspect your O-ring, and reinstall it. Clean up your drain plug, get all the metal shavings off of it. And install your new crush washer. Alright, last but not least, you're going to take the pre-filled oil that came in the kit and you're just going to fill up the oil. It's on the other side of the bike. I'll show you where that's at. Alright, so you just untwist this. Make sure there's like no dirt around it because you don't want to just shove a bunch of dirt into your motor. And then grab a funnel. I have this guy, so we'll grab a funnel and fill it. The sight glass is right there. You'll want it to be about halfway up the sight glass, and that's when you know you've got enough oil. Way full. We'll put the cap back on. And the last thing I like to do is a quick leak check. Alright, so there you have it. That's how you change the oil on the KTM 250 XCF. Now I'm ready to go and hit the trails again with it and hopefully have better luck next time and not tip it over in the water. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next time.
Oh shit.